Good Morning Britain was back on our screens this morning with Piers Morgan and Susanna Reid on presenting duty. Tuesday's instalment of the ITV breakfast show kicked off with Piers branding Prime Minister Boris Johnson disgusting after he placed the blame for the high amount of coronavirus deaths on care homes. It has been confirmed that 20,000 residents died from COVID-19 after a large amount of patients were discharged from hospital and sent back into the care homes without a coronavirus test. Prime Minister Mr. Johnson has appeared to have blamed the care home sector for the tragic deaths. Speaking on Good Morning Britain today, Piers slammed the Prime Minister over his accusation. The outspoken presenter said, the government instructed 25,000 elderly people to be sent back to care homes without any testing for COVID-19 to see if they are negative. And then, an epidemic started in care homes and over 20,000 people in care homes died. And apparently that's the care home's fault, says the Prime Minister. He added, it's all their fault, not the government's fault for not applying mandatory testing to those who won't go back. No, it was the fault of the care home who had no PPE to protect them, so a large number of care home workers died in this process. I think it's honestly disgusting. What we're seeing now is the blame game. The Prime Minister and Matt Hancock and other ministers are starting to shift the narrative away from themselves and their decisions to other people like Public Health England, NHS England, the care homes, everyone but the government is going to end up being blamed for this by the government. It comes after Mr. Johnson said on the Andrew Marr Show recently, one of the things the crisis has shown is we need to think about how we organise our social care package better and how we make sure we look after people better who are in social care. We discovered too many care homes didn't really follow the procedures in the way that they could have, but we're learning lessons the whole time. Most important is to fund them properly, but we will also be looking at ways to make sure the care sector long term is properly organised and supported. Piers went on to note how the care home workers must be feeling after hearing Mr. Johnson's words. The ITV star fumed, imagine if you worked in a care home. Imagine if you heard that from the Prime Minister when you know there was a specific instruction to send elderly people out of hospital back into the care homes without testing, and you know that's the instruction. And we know of care homes that were instructed to take people who had COVID. ITV health expert Dr Hilary Jones was on hand to give his take on the latest coronavirus news and stated it was not the care home's fault. The GP explained, I think it's in 2018. There was the sickness flu pandemic preparation plan that was looked at, and there was specific advice to give care homes direction to prevent cross-infection. None of that advice was ever followed up. It was a waste of money because the advice was never listened to. And then to blame the care home workers, it's just extraordinary. He added, they wanted to clear the hospitals out and make as many beds available. But they sacrificed as a result the residents in care homes. It wasn't the care homes that did it wrong, it was the advice given by the government and the guidelines and the severe underfunding. Care homes across the country have condemned Mr. Johnson's comments. Good Morning Britain airs weekdays on ITV at 6 a.m.